All right, let's talk about something that's a huge deal for so many students and parents: figuring out the right educational pathway. SPM, IGCSE, or A-levels. It's a massive choice, and honestly, it can feel pretty overwhelming. So let's map it all out together.
And it really does feel like you're standing at a major crossroads, doesn't it? The path you pick right now really sets the stage for your university life and even your career. So understanding the map is absolutely crucial before you take that first step. Okay, let's dive right in.
So first up, let's explore path number 1, the national pathway. This is a route that's super familiar to millions of Malaysians. It's the foundational option for so many. It's the SPM.
So, what exactly is SPM? Well, it stands for Sigil Pelajaran Malaysia, and you can just think of it as Malaysia's National High School Diploma, that really big exam students sit for at the very end of Form 5. You'll find SPM as the standard in government schools and a lot of private ones too. It's run by the Malaysian Examinations Syndicate. Now, this recognition part is key. SPM is your direct ticket into Malaysian universities. But if you're dreaming of studying overseas, you'll probably need what's called a foundation year. It's basically a one-year bridging course to get you ready for university abroad. Now, what about how hard it is? Generally, SPM is considered moderate. The learning style, it really leans heavily on memorization. That means a lot of your success comes down to how well you can remember facts, figures, and formulas you were taught in class.
And here's a huge factor for so many families: the cost. SPM is by far the most affordable option we're looking at today, and that's what makes it so accessible for students all across the country.
So, putting it all together, who is this path really perfect for? Well, it's the clear choice for students who are planning to go to a Malaysian university, for families where budget is a top priority, and for students who really do well with a very structured, clear syllabus.
Okay, let's switch gears and look at our second path. We're calling this one the Global Gateway. Let's talk about the IGCSE.
IGCSE. That stands for the International General Certificate of Secondary Education, and the most important word there is international. This is a UK-based qualification, but it was designed from the get-go to be recognized pretty much anywhere in the world.
You're going to find the IGCSE program in international schools, with exams from big, respected names like Cambridge or EdXL. That global recognition is its biggest selling point. It's a really strong launchpad for A-levels or the IB diploma. Oh, and check out the grading. The new 9-to-1 system is becoming the norm, where a 9 is the absolute top grade, even higher than the old A-star.
And here is where you see a huge difference in learning style. IGCSE is often seen as a bit tougher than SPM because it's not just about memorizing. It's about really understanding the concepts and then using that knowledge to solve problems you might not have seen before. Now, as you might expect, that international curriculum and worldwide recognition, well, they come with a higher price tag. The cost for IGCSE is quite a bit more than SPM, and that number usually includes both the exam fees and the tuition for an international school.
So who is the IGCSE a fantastic fit for? It's really ideal for students who already have their sights set on studying overseas, for those who are really comfortable learning everything in English, and for learners who just enjoy that hands-on, problem-solving style of learning.
All right, on to our third and final path. Now this one's a different beast altogether. It's not a high school qualification, it's what you do after high school. Think of it as the University Express Lane. We're talking about A-levels.
So A-levels are a UK-based qualification that you take after you finish your SPM or IGCSE. It's a really intense, focused, 2-year program that is designed for one thing and one thing only: to get you ready for the serious demands of university.
You'll typically find A-levels offered at private colleges and international schools, and you'll hear them called the gold standard for getting into university. And for good reason. They're the top choice for many of the world's best universities, especially in places like the UK, Australia, and Singapore. The grading is sharp and to the point, A-star down to E. Okay, let's be super clear about this. A-levels are tough, seriously tough. The difficulty level is very high. It requires you to go incredibly deep on just a few subjects, and it all comes down to how you perform on your final exams. It is a major academic challenge.
And you guessed it, that intensity and prestige, it comes with the highest price tag. Out of the 3 pathways we're looking at, A-levels are the biggest financial investment, covering both specialized teaching and some pretty significant exam fees.
So who should even be thinking about this express lane?
Well, this path is pretty much tailor-made for high-achieving students who are aiming squarely for the world's absolute best universities. It's almost a must-have for super competitive courses like medicine, law, or engineering, and it's perfect for students who just thrive under the pressure of big, high-stakes exams.
Okay, deep breath. We've walked through all 3 paths in a lot of detail. Now let's pull it all together so you can map out your final choice and feel really confident about it.
This is where you can see everything side by side. You can see the clear jump from secondary school up to pre-university. You see the change in language, the ramp up in difficulty, the difference in global recognition, and of course, the climb in cost. Just think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet for figuring out the main trade-offs. I know it can still feel like a lot, but don't worry. You can break this whole big decision down into 3 simple steps. Number 1, be real about your family's budget. Number 2, think about your destination. Are you aiming for a local university or one overseas? And number 3, be honest about how you learn best. Are you a memorization whiz or do you love applying concepts to new problems? Your answers to these 3 things will point you straight to your best path.
You know, this might be the most important thing to remember from this whole explainer. There really is no single best choice. The right qualification is simply the one that builds the best bridge from where you are right now to where you ultimately want to go. So there you have it. We've laid out the map. We've explored the different roads you can take. Now, the only question left is the one that only you can answer. Where will your journey begin?